probably heard last week, but there were riots in Uganda. Now in Uganda, they have a president, but they have Mugandans, which make up the highest population of people in Uganda. Well, text messages were sent that this Mugandan king had been detained. He had been captured. So riots broke out, and about 13 or 14 people were killed. Well, we have this Episcopal church we go to, and we have people we know from this church and other friends. They're doing missionary work in Uganda, helping at some hospitals in various cities. A couple days after they got to Uganda, they were in the capital when these riots broke out. And one of our friends from Hawaii, she called us and she told us they were stuck in the capital for a couple of hours. But luckily, they were able to get transportation out of the capital. Luckily, nothing happened to them. But what's interesting is Uganda is one of the safer countries in Africa. You probably think something like this wouldn't happen, but I can imagine in these countries, the way people are, they receive a text message on a cell phone saying their king had been captured. I could imagine riots breaking out. This semester at college, I'm taking a class in beginning theater direction, and the theater department is doing a production of Lee Blessing's Nice Dancing to Good Country Music. Now, I didn't really know what it was, but it's this play. It follows this woman and her son. She used to be married to this guy who was a professor of Latvian. She didn't like the guy, so she left him and moved to Texas, where she falls in love with this guy who owns a bar. So in the play, her niece is visiting a woman who left the covenant, who's on leave, but she wanted to become a nun. Well, this other guy, who's kind of boring, falls in love with this woman's niece. So there's an actual kind of love story in it, but the play has to do a lot with relationships. And it is a comedy, and I actually think I'd say I enjoyed it. So sometime if you ever see this play being produced, you should go see it.
Not that she'd have anything to do with you anyway. I mean, what's an educated northern girl going to do with a laid-off ditch digger from Houston?
Oh, I ain't laid off. I'm just off an accidental sick leave. Hell, cave-ins happen all the time. I go back on the job next week.
Oh, yeah.
Got nearly most of my memory back.
Okay, well...